let's read baseball. Baseball, now we should compare to the 29, big name for baseball. Baseball is amazing. Have you ever heard the word amazing like that? Perfect. It is somehow a good idea to play. And let's read the book with me. Contents. 1. Baseball. 2. History of baseball. 3. The Great Jackie Robinson. 3. The Great Jackie Robinson. 4. The National Baseball Hall of Fame. 5. Chewing gum, balls, and bats. 6. An exciting, wonderful game. During March Search Index. Chapter 1. Baseball. Baseball is often called America's national pastime. That is because baseball fans all over the country love to play and watch this great game. They think baseball is the best sport in America, maybe in the whole world. Baseball began in the United States more than 200 years ago. The game became very popular, and people have been playing it ever since. Today, grandparents, parents, children still watch this summer sport together. Families often bring out their balls and bats at picnics and outdoor gatherings. Baseball is for everyone. Men, women, boys, and girls. People don't need to spend a lot of money on equipment or fancy uniforms. All you need is a ball, a bat, a glove, and something to mark the base with it, and a big space big enough to hit a ball. About 12 million people all across the country play the baseball teams. Over 2 million kids are on the Little League teams worldwide. Every year is the Little League World Series. Millions watch it on TV, and thousands of fans go to games around the world. Baseball is also a big sport in Japan, Cuba, Taiwan, Venezuela, and South Korea. There are 124 countries in the International Baseball Federation. There is even a World Baseball Classic tournament. Players from the other countries often play on the teams in the United States. Many come from Latin American countries like the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, and Cuba. Alex Rodriguez is a Dominican American baseball star who played for 22 seasons. That's a lot. The game. In baseball, there are 2 teams of 9 players each. A baseball field has 3 bases and home plate. To score a run, the players have to hit the ball with a bat, run over 3 bases, and get to the home plate. The team get the most runs win. The team take turns batting. The team that knows batting plays on the field. The fielding team's job is to stop the team up with bat going up the fields. Fielders try to get the batters and runners out. After 3 outs, the team switch places. The team on the field bats and other plays on the field. There's no time limit for a baseball game. It lasts for 9 innings. An inning is when both teams change to the bats. If there is a tie, they play extra innings. There can be 4 main ways a batter can run or can be out. Strikeout. A pitcher throws the ball the batter tries to hit. If the batter swings and misses, it's a strike. When the batter does not swing, the umpire says the pitch was a strike zone. It's a strike. If the batter hits the ball out of bounds, it's a full ball. And if it's 3 strikes, a batter is out. Strike zone. The strike zone is an area over home plate between the batter's knees and chest. If a pitcher is not the strike zone and the batter doesn't swing at it, it's called a ball. After 4 balls, a batter gets to go to first base. It is called a walk. Fly out. If a fielder catches a battle ball in the air and before it touches the ground, the batter is out. Even if a full ball, the fielder can catch it and run it out. A ball hit it high up the field called fly ball. A ball that goes up only reaches the infield called a pop up or pop fly. Tag out. If the batter makes it to base, he becomes a runner. The runner is not touching the base. If the field tags him or touching the ball, the runner is out. Force out. You can only be 1 runner on base at a time. Imagine the runner already on the first base. If the batter hits the ball, she must run to the first base. The runner on the first base can't stay there. She has to try to run to the second base. She's being forced to second base. When there is a fourth or second base, if the fielder stops the ball, he can throw it to his teammate at the second base. If the teammate has 1 foot and the base catches before the runner gets there, the runner is out. This is force out. Because the batter has to try to get the first base, there is always force as first, so an infielder can always throw the ball to first base to get a batter out. If there is time, a fielder might force the runner out of base and quickly throw another base for a second force out. This is called a double play. Anytime there are two outs, a single pitch is a double play. Hits. When a batter hits the ball and makes it to the base, it's a hit. If she gets to the first base, it's called a single. If the batter gets to second base, it's a double. If she gets to the third, it's a triple. If the batter hits the ball so far that she can run all the way around the base and get home plate without being tagged, it's a home run. Try to find out about the position on the baseball field. Position on the field. Left fielder, shortstop, first baseman, home plate catcher, first baseman, right fielder, second baseman, center fielder. That is cool! Something's wrong. Oh, that is amazing! Fantastic! Chapter 2, History of Baseball. Chapter 2, History of Baseball. Games with balls and bats have been around for a long time. About 3,500 years ago, the ancient Egyptians wrote about playing hit-catch with ball, bats, and bases. In the 16th, settlers sailed from England to live in America. They brought an English game called rounders with them. They played with ball, bat, and 4 balls that were like bases. Oh no, it's stuck. This is the picture. It's nice. This is 1897 in Australian by the British naval officers playing rounders in the island of Crete. There are stories about George Washington and soldiers playing rounders at Valley Forge, but as years passed, the old English game rounders turned into a new American game of baseball. The game became so popular that in 1791 had to be a rule that people couldn't play baseball near a town's meeting house. It was to prevent broken windows. Abraham Lincoln played baseball with his kids in the White House lawn. What a cool of him. After a hard day's work, people all over the country stood around getting together for a game. On a steamy summer nights in small towns, it used to be bright somewhere, they're probably living up a baseball field. The Knickerbockers. In 1845, the Knickerbockers were a baseball team in New York City. Their name came from early Dutch settlers who lived there. Dutchmen wore pants that came down to just their knees. These towns were just Knickerbockers, or Knickers for short. Almost the Knickerbockers were rich and played for fun. They wore straw hats and wore long pants when they played. Making rules. At first, different baseball teams followed different rules. The Knickerbockers decided to make some rules for everyone to use. One new rule where players couldn't tackle a runner or throwing ball at him. Let's go to soaking. It's a good thing this team made this rule. Teams had begun using balls that were harder and faster than balls they'd been playing with before. The first official game. In 1846, the Knickerbockers played the first official baseball game in history. It was official because the team players agreed upon a set of rules and recorded the score. By the 1850s, baseball teams were to look out for the good players from the other clubs. They offered them money to come play with the teams. In 1869, the Cincinnati Red Stockings became the first professional team in the United States. Today, there are 30 top professional teams. They are organized into groups called leagues. 15 teams are in the American League. 15 are in the National League. Together, they make up a Major League Baseball, or the MLB. The season. The Major League Baseball seasons lasted from April until the end of September. Each team plays 169 games for a total of 2,430 major MLB games during the season. The longest game ever was in 1984. The Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago White Sox played late into night, but the game still wasn't finished. The team came back to finish the next day. In total, the game lasted 8 hours and 6 minutes. Players got a few months to rest after the seasons. In February, they report spring training camps in Arizona and Florida to practice and get back to shape. Fans have waited all winter for the season to begin. Opening days are the normally first week of April, 100 years, it had been custom that the President of the United States usually throw out the first pitch. Barack Obama. That is so nice. Teams are bad boys since the 18s. Bad girls and bad boys. Bad boys have been in the team since the 18s. Today there will also be bad girls. If you see a kid in team uniform picking up bats on the field, they're probably bad boys or bad girls. They have lots of different jobs to make a player's lives easier. One of the most important is to pick up bats and players' drops on the field. They take care of uniforms and clean cleats and helmets. Before the game starts, a bad boy and bad girl duck out of water in sacks. They also wrap the ball with mud on the riverbank in New Jersey. This might make the ball easier to see and hold. Before and after a team leaves the clubhouse, they tidy up in full towels. Sometimes they even wash the players' cars and bring them pizza. The fans. Baseball fans love their home team. They also wear their home team's baseball caps and shirts. Sometimes they paint their bodies in the team's color and travel many miles to see the games. Some Super Royal fans get tattooed with the team's name. These Chester Tigers fans wear tiger hats on the opening day. That's so wonderful. If you like to go to an MLB game, it might be a good idea to take earplugs. Some stadiums like Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles hold over 50,000 fans. Fans cheer, sing, chant, and yell. The noise level is amazing. Learn if you stood right on a jet that hasn't taken off. Baseball food. Baseball fans eat a lot of hot dogs and sausages during the game. In just one season, they can wolf down over 21 million hot dogs and 5 million sausages. Babe Ruth, a famous baseball player, sometimes ate so many hot dogs he'd be too full to play. If he made show all the hot dogs that baseball fan ate in one season, it would stretch from North Carolina to California. That is super! I can't believe it. People eat too much. The World Series. Over the baseball season and the playoff over in October, the two best teams play series of game championship. These games were the World Series. And the teams from American League are not from the National League. The first team to win 4 games series win the trophy. In the 2016 World Series was amazing. The Chicago Cubs played with the Cleveland Indians. The Cubs hadn't won a World Series in 108 years. After Game 6, each team had won 3 games. The winner of the Game 7 would win the series. More than 40 million people turned to watch the game on TV. Even though the Game 7 was in Cleveland, fans in Chicago crowded into the bars and restaurants near the Wrigley Field, the Cubs' home ballpark. People milled around the streets shouting, "Go Cubs, go!" The game lasted for more than 4.5 hours. It ended well after midnight. The Cubs won 8-7. A Chicago Cubs fan is showing his ticket for the 1945 World Series. He waited for a long time for his team to win. The next morning, 5 million cheering people flooded to Chicago. They drove around honking their horns. They set up fireworks, hugged and danced. Everyone lined the streets to watch a parade honoring their team. This is one of the best World Series ever. You know, All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. In 1943, the United States was in the middle of the World War II. Many men, including baseball players, had gone off to war. Without great players, baseball would become less popular. Women had played baseball since the 80s, but there was no professional women leagues. To keep the spirit of baseball alive, the owner of Chicago Cubs formed a professional women's baseball league. Hundreds of women tried out for positions of the teams. The women were skillful athletes who played hard and obeyed the rules of baseball. They followed rules about how to dress and act. They couldn't wear pants, have very short hair, go up lipstick, and most of all, they weren't allowed to talk toe. For 11 years, more than 600 women played professional baseball. Over time, the crowd got smaller. The league ended in 1954. Many women who played said that those were the best years of their lives. Oh well, that's the end. I really want to say you about the great Jackie Robinson, but not now. Bye, see you next time.